here.
Could you freestyle for us today? Don't be shy.
We'll see. Maybe. Maybe like 4 bars. I'm gonna give you like 4 bars.
4 bars. That's good enough.
Go for it.
Right now.
Man. Do you need an instrumental? Dean Geronimo, hit it with an instrumental.
All right, cool. An instrumental will work.
All right, Dean.
I gotta tell what I feel. As I see it, Biggie.
There you go.
Okay.
Biggie.
Yeah. All right. Yo. Let me fucking get it. Let me get in this shit. I don't even know, but I really fucking rip it quick like it was motherfucking Velcro. I don't even know, but I'm motherfucking let's go like I don't even know. Off the top I'm going and I'm just flowing. Yeah, okay. There it is. We got like 5 bars maybe.
All right. Okay. All right. So
nervous.
That's all right. And Blue, what's the scene like in Massachusetts in terms of the hip hop scene? Is there like an active community there, or is folks pretty much kind of like copying what's going on in New York, or do y'all have like your own separate style that's coming at us from Massachusetts and things of that nature?
That's a good question. I like that question. Honestly, I think Boston kind of like, I mean, it's definitely more similar to like New York style than like California would be, but we still kind of have our own, our own sound. It's definitely still East Coast though. Right now it's like, at least for me, I feel like it's kind of a struggle to get, known in Massachusetts. Because no one really, it's not the first place anyone thinks of when they think of like, hip-hop. They wouldn't think Boston, But there's definitely a lot of super talented people that I've, been able to meet and work with and get to know, and who are kind of like up and coming right now. So I definitely think that if it's not there yet, it will be eventually. Everyone always says the problem with Massachusetts rappers is no one works together. Everyone's kind of like too separate, So I think we've started to like collaborate, and we're definitely, I think, gonna make a name. I hope.
Now, when you talk about Boston, right? There's a iconic MC that is from Roxbury. How far is Roxbury from you?
Depends on the traffic. Probably like 20 minutes if there's no traffic.
Are you familiar with Gangstar?
I am Guru.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. From where you are right now, So
yeah. Yes, he is.
Maybe has it changed? Has the scene and the hip hop scene changed? I mean, you just said no one works together now. So how is it now, as opposed to probably when back when he was coming through and linked up with Premier and whatnot?
I mean, I still think there's not a lot of like opportunity. Like if you go to New York, like there's open mics everywhere. There's people just like on the subways like spitting something. In Boston, it's kind of harder to find. But once you kind of get in the circle, then it's there. It's definitely still there. It's just you got to look for it a little harder.
Are there any clubs that are specific? Are there any clubs that are specifically geared toward hip hop, and are there any of the local radio stations that are actually playing up and coming musicians, or are they pretty much stuck in the same game that most radio is, which is that they want to just play the folks that are established, or is there a way that an up and coming radio into the radio scene?
Like you're talking about like major radio stations like FM, or you just talking about in general?
Yeah,
both major and college, so both.
I mean, for like, there were a few, but now it's kind of like, it's difficult, you know. There's a lot of indie radio stations, but as far as like major ones, it's still a struggle. There's only like maybe I don't even know, maybe like 4 that play hip hop. It's still kind of like, you know, I don't know. It's a little shaky, definitely.
And do you now are most of the other hip hop artists in the area? Are most of them males, or is it a mix of males and women? Or do you find that the women MCs get the same respect that the males get?
Okay. I mean, it's definitely still predominantly male. And there are female artists, but there just aren't as many. But yeah, I mean, I haven't felt like I've been really. I mean, no, I mean, it's, I don't know. It's probably about the same ratio as anywhere else you would go. And as far as respect, I mean, that's just like an individual thing. You know what I'm saying? Some people are more respectful, some people are less. And it depends. But, I mean, I haven't had a big problem with anyone disrespecting me because I'm female or this or that. It's just, you know, I have to make sure people's intentions are about the music before I work with them. That's pretty much my, you know. Where's your radio station? Like, where do you broadcast from, anyway?
Well, we're all over the place now. We're actually on iHeart, we're on TuneIn, and we're on Stitcher and Spreaker, and so we're actually been added in different countries to our and different states to our mix. I don't know if Dean noticed this, but we picked up Louisiana, so we're in now, what's that, Dean, 27 states?
27
Oh, wow.
States.
Okay. All right.
And they're scattered around, so we have listeners in Louisiana, Texas, California. I think we have some in Massachusetts. We definitely have New York, Pennsylvania, of course, the Carolinas. Well, definitely North Carolina, Virginia, D.C., Florida, and several others. And then we've even got some that are listening from out of the country as well, because I know we've got folks listening in Brazil, Russia, and a variety of other places that are worldwide. So we're definitely starting to give people some exposure from around the world and not just the U.S. of A.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
So when you first walk into a room and you're performing, what is the thing that most people are surprised about you? Is it the fact that you're a woman MC? Is it your ethnicity? What when you first walk into a room, what surprises people first about your performances?
Well, the comment that I get most often in regards to that is they didn't expect me to sound the way I do. I'm guessing it's probably just because, you know, probably both. Probably, you know, because, you know, my ethnicity and my gender. But, and I think also the fact that I'm spitting, like, more on, like, a conscious level, that they kind of, I think, expect me to talk about my ass or this or that, and I don't really talk about that. So people are like, oh, shit, she got something to say as well. You know, she's just not a female, you know, she has, like, more meaningful lyrics. And I think that's what people most of the time will say to me.
Yes. And my co-hosts don't know your ethnicity. I know it because of the picture. So if you'll refresh them as to what your ethnicity is so they'll know exactly where we're going with that.
I'm Italian.
So cool. So I'm reading, and there seems like there's she has been posted in XXL magazine, XSSW Music Festival, as well as MTV. She's out of Boston, Massachusetts. Her name is Dutch Rebel.
I know
the fall of 2000. Yeah, she released an album in 2014, Rebel Diaries. So she seems like she's trying to make a mark for the Boston scene. She's been interviewed in Boston Globe, and she's putting her mark in hip-hop. in Boston, Mass. I think that's the key for females or female MCs such as yourself. Definitely applaud you and would love for you to continue to grow. Send us some of your music. We do debut new music on our show because we can play music. So anytime we invite an artist on the show, if you have music, you can just email it to producer Dean Geronimo or Mark Lee, and the music can be played on the show when we do interview you. I know one tip that I did get from producer Teddy Ted, who's an old school, he's a DJ plus a producer. When he was giving Jay Reed some advice, he's an MC that comes on our show from out of Tampa, Florida. He said the biggest thing that you could do for yourself when you want to rep yourself is you got to rep your city and make a huge buzz so people can hear who you are, which is go to those radio stations, go to your colleges, try to get a showcase for yourself that put it on YouTube, make a big buzz, and start to tour, even if you have to put together something yourself. I just want to applaud you for coming on the show.
Yeah, because you've already done that to some degree, because if I remember correctly, when I looked on your page, you've done a couple of performances where you've gone to, I believe there were some clubs that were there, and I saw that you had put together like a group of y'all that were traveling in places not just in your hometown, but it looked like you had also gone to some other venues as well. So when were those shows, and how did those come about?
You said when were the shows? Did you say when or where?
When and where. It was both.
All right. I mean, I've been doing shows pretty much this whole year. Like, I got some coming up this month. I had some last month. You know, I've just been, like, consistently trying to get myself out there. I've been going pretty much all around Mass, Boston, Quincy. I got something coming up in Lowell. I'm going out to Manchester, New Hampshire next month. So, yeah, pretty much all around. I'm trying to go all around New England for right now because just the more I put myself out there, like you said, the more, you know, exposure I'm getting, and it's definitely helping me because I'm meeting a whole bunch of new people, and it's pretty cool.
Now you're doing this.
Are you on SoundCloud, and can they find you? And can you tell the listeners that if people are listening to the show today, where can they find you? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You might want to give a shout out. Let people know where they can find you.
Okay. Well, you can find me on Facebook. It's just Blue Rain, BLURAIN, and Instagram is BLUE_RAIN_508. So I'm on both of those, and then my YouTube is on there as well, so they can find my YouTube from there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And what was the meaning of Blue Rain for you? Where did you come up with that name from? Because, I mean, it's not your birth name. What caused you to come up with that particular
Honestly, it's nothing profound. I just like the way it sounded. I thought it had a good ring to it. And if I was ever to name myself, like my first name, I always wanted it to be Rain. So and blue is my favorite color, so I kind of put the two together, and Blue Rain.
Cool, gotcha.
Now, in terms of the bookings, are you doing most of those on your own, or do you have a manager that's helping you with getting these shows around New England? Because you just named that you're in New Hampshire, all over Massachusetts. So is this a case of you actually going out and looking for these particular venues on your own, or do you have, like, a team that's helping you with it?
I don't have a team. Like, I mean, I have a team as far as, like, a couple of, like, other rappers, and they know people, and you know, if they get a show and I come to see them, I'll just, you know, talk to the person who's there and be like, hey, can I get on? And they'll be like, you know, send me something. I'll send them something, and they're like, sure, and set me up. Or I'm in touch with a few promoters, and they put me on to different shows. And So yeah, it's just really just a bunch of connections, but I don't have like a